What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be working on the Prelude. So this process is going to be over several days, so my outfits are going to change pretty regularly. But my goal for right now is to get the back bumper off and assess what's going on with this body spacing here. Make sure there's no frame damage that needs to be sorted out. Get the front fenders bumper off the car to make sure that there's no issues going on with the rad support. Get the headlights taken out, so that way I can get a thorough cleaning of all this in here before I even attempt to start putting or looking for a motor to throw in here. So just want to make sure that everything is underneath these panels is copacetic before I get too far along. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into it. There is an issue that I'm seeing in the rad support, and I'm sure you can see it. It's right there. That is bent to shit. The bumper doesn't connect down here, and I'm uncertain if the radiator is gonna fit in between the mount points down there and the mount points up here. So worst case, I need to figure out how to bend this subframe for the rad support back down. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet, but I'm gonna keep going and see what else I find. So for the engine compartment, there's no more oil spots or lumped up oil areas up on top of the frame rails and stuff that's gonna leak onto the floor anymore. So the entire engine bay is looking good for a 20-year-old car. So I'm good, I'm happy about that. So I think what I'm gonna do now is get this fender put back on, get my dent repair kit, and see if I can start working that dent out from the top as much as possible. And then I'll take it back off and use the body hammers to try to finish it out. I'm gonna do all this on time lapse, so that way, you know, I can get more of the car per video than just me talking. May have noticed I was using the pin welder. I tried the cross dent repair kit first, and it just wasn't pulling it because of this body line. So I switched to the pin welder, stuck a pin in, pulled it pretty good, worked it from the back side with the body hammers, smoothed it out for the most part as good as I'm gonna get. One issue I did encounter, and I'm gonna hit this probably a lot, is the metal was pretty weak from being dented for as long as it was, and it basically cracked along the body line here. So I'm gonna have to come back in, grind the paint off here, tack weld this, grind it down, re-tack and repeat until I fill the crack in. All right, so we're gonna pause right there because I'm gonna eat my words. As you can see, a couple tack welds on this did not do the job. I know you may be thinking to yourself, wow, that looks really bad. Well, you are correct. It is indeed really bad. Long story short, I went and picked up the welder that I used to have. It has 0.030 wire feeding through it. It's a flux weld wire. I thought it'd be easy just to throw a couple tacks down, be good to go. It did not work out that way. I burnt holes through the fender and every position that I put a tack down. It took me 30 minutes to get it back to where it is now, and I didn't record any of it because I was frustrated. So to fix this, what I did do, I bought some Bondo plastic metal. It's basically metal-based filler. I'm gonna
apply a layer of it here, a layer of it there, and then wait the night and let this harden. The harden time is around 2 to 3 hours at 75 degrees. It is winter time and 50 degrees, so this is probably gonna take all night to harden. So before I do that, go ahead and knock out the dent in the hood. Hopefully I don't screw that up. And then tomorrow, come back out and we'll see how this plastic metal is laid up. So let's get back to it. Plastic metal is dry. We'll go ahead and hit it with the flat disc, sand it down, get it smooth, and then move on to grinding down that right there of the paint and pulling that back out. I'm trying to get it as lined up as possible. So let's do it.
Plastic metal did its job, filled in all the imperfections and the divots. It's nice and smooth. So now, on to the rad support. Wasn't able to get it as good as I would have liked, but it is a lot better than it was. And it looks like, based on measuring I did off camera, the lower radiator support back here is in the same spot on the driver's side as it is on the passenger side. So the radiator should fit in here just fine. This could have been a little flatter, but every time I tried to flatten here, this would bend in again. So I had to kind of give and take. Right now, this was sanded, this is ground down the bare metal. I added a layer of plastic metal onto that to fill in any of the low spot and fill in any of the small areas that may have ripped the metal away when I popped the pins off. But other than that, it's not too bad. Plus, if I can get another one of these caps here, the cap actually fits in now. So, hey, it's not perfect, but it's better than nothing. So all the major damage areas, the hood, the big dent there, the big dent in the fender are fixed. I think all I'm gonna do now for this video is take this back bumper off, check and make sure that there's nothing surprising underneath it, and then we'll call this video done. All right, so back bumper is off. The quarter panel is solid all the way through, so that's awesome. So there's no quarter panel rust like these cars are prone for. This side looks good. The clips are in the right place. This one feels a little loose, so maybe I'll tighten that down, fix that. The rear end doesn't look like it has any damage to it that I can visibly see or tell the difference to. Same thing on this side. Quarter panel, solid and structurally sound, no rust, so that's good. The reason this bumper was sagging, because this clip is definitely broken. It probably separated from itself on the back side, so I need to fix that or get a replacement. Shouldn't be a big deal. And the only other thing I found was this bumper has actually been repaired. You can see right here, there was a patch panel made on the back side, and I'm assuming they may have used fiberglass to fix it. This bumper is a little heavier on this side, but you can't see the actual repair area, so I guess I'm gonna leave it alone and hope that it hangs out for a little while longer. But yeah, overall, no structural damage to the car other than what you've already seen, what I've already taken care of. So yeah, I'm overall happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here, and I will do some dent repair off camera, do some recording, and hopefully in the next video on the car, we'll start seeing some sanding taking place and getting some primer and these dents filled in. But I do have a surprise coming, but it'll be in the next video, and it won't be on this car, so look forward for that. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed and you want to follow along, please do so, and I will see you again on the next one.